Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Tennessee Volunteers taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Badgers will put total leather to crank us up. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker, you can tell. Locked in on the quarterback, chases him down, gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle, gets him on the ground.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On second down, looking again to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the third down pass is incomplete.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about...
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. Got enough space. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropping back, it's Slater. Gets it out quickly. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man down the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Dropping back, it's Slater. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Badger!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's going to pass on second down. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block, and the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. They'll leave it with him. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He wants to throw here on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely wrong.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Takes it from the gun on third down. Pressure coming. And the pass hits, picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. It's Slater. Looking left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. They're trying to get to it. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Wisconsin 7, Tennessee 0.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Running it to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Slater. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wisconsin! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's got it. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's cool.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And his throw is incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. They'll throw it on 1st down. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Back to the air one more time. Using the quick game. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
You throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown ball. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
Wisconsin Badgers will take over 1st and 10.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Slater, looking to buy time. He's not afraid to go deep. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
One more snap coming before halftime. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Vols will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air. It's Slater. Steps away to find some room. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Badgers want to move quickly.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot. In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And it's caught inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Badgers will have it 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw, trying to get to him. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He'll keep it himself. Spins away from the defender. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They want to run this quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
He's got his man. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Coming after it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on the fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. He'll try to do it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Badgers line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
3rd and goal from way back there.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up.
Get set, get set.
To the air, it's Slater. Floating away. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up by 32 over West Virginia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The score, Wisconsin 21, Tennessee 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. To the air, it's Slater. Buys a little time. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. On the option. He'll pitch it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal.
How nice is it to have a running?
The Badgers are rolling down the field. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work, the Big Orange offense on the field. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Throwing right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth.
Oh, look out! And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
He'll do it himself. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up for the PAT. And he doinks it off the left upright. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now it's a 2-possession game, maybe a 2-point conversion needed in there. Down by 15 as they're about to kick it off. He'll call for the fair catch here.